New era, new methods must still follow the Buddha's teachings. Practice the right Dharma. Together with the monks and Buddhists, we love and respect Master Thong Lak and love the Dharma. Stop. Stop. Dear monks and Buddhists, don't follow the teachings of the elder. That's right. Everyone only believes in the elder, absolutely no one else. But why does Master Tan Tien earnestly call on you to stop? What kind of conspiracy is this? A traitor? Please listen calmly to Mr. Tan Tien's presentation, then believe it or not. Please follow the Buddha's teachings for Kalama. If Master Tan Tien presents it as a good Dharma, then believe it, because good Dharma is always beneficial for your life. Why? Why pause? Because we have been poisoned by mistakes in the past. Thanks to the teachings of Venerable Thich Thong Lak, from now on, we know we were wrong. But you cannot immediately let go of the mistakes, because the mistakes have entered your mind. We need to have the appropriate method to erase past mistakes, then we can accept the new essence of the Dharma to practice, progressing to attain the truth. If the old erroneous Dharma has not yet gone, and we hastily introduce the new Dharma, not only will we not gain anything, but we will also unintentionally cause our lives to fall into fire, illness, and we will not be able to escape. At the same time, we will become discouraged and drown the true Dharma, which would be a waste of the efforts of Arahant Thich Thong Lak. Through his realization of the truth, Master Tan Tien discovered, right in the Nikaya Sutras, a method to help practitioners eliminate old Dharma and gradually introduce the true Dharma to practice peacefully, and progress to attain fruition in this very life. Buddha taught Subhata, when the Samamas practice and propagate the Dharma correctly, this world will never be without liberated arahants. Buddhism is science, so if we practice Buddhism correctly, we will surely attain the truth. Do you know why practicing the right Dharma is so simple? Just reducing greed in the body and mind is the right way to achieve the goal of mastering birth, aging, sickness, and death, but few people can do it. It's because no one knows how to fight with themselves. Most people, from birth until adulthood, we are trained to fight with others, that is, to fight with other people, that is, we fight with human beings. That means, we are fighting with the real object in front of us, right? Habits of life. We can sacrifice our lives. We can die unconditionally for our husband and children, for ideology, for empire, for our own interests. How can I sacrifice and die for me? Right? To practice according to the Dharma. We have to fight with ourselves. How to fight? How to fight? When we hit others, we feel happy, satisfied, and content. If I hit myself, I feel pain and I feel sad. How can I hit myself? It's so vague and absurd, isn't it? In fact, each person feels that, if we want to practice and attain enlightenment, we must fight and conquer our own desires. However, the reason we cannot do it is because we are not used to it, because it is too strange. Although Buddha has equipped us with all the weapons to attack the enemy of greed that is haunting our minds, we are not yet accustomed to using the weapons Buddha has given us. We have not yet skillfully used the weapons and practices Buddha has given us, making it impossible for us to fight ourselves. This is the reason that Master Tan Tien wants to teach practitioners to practice how to use the weapons given by Buddha. Then, when we use skillful weapons, we rush into battle, we will surely win. Master Tan Tien gives a practical and clear example so you can understand immediately. Currently, at Chan Nu Monastery, the monk is suffering from mind repression. The monastery temporarily stops practicing breathing mindfulness. Too obvious, right? Because the practitioner has not yet practiced the skillful method of breathing mindfulness, but hastily uses it, then clearly he has not attacked the enemy, but instead kills his hope of attaining enlightenment, right? Then if we get discouraged and give up, the Dharma will be neglected and submerged, right? Don't forget, the practice of mindfulness of breathing is very important. If you cannot practice mindfulness of breathing, how can you enter the four holy concentrations and attain the truth? Master Chan Tan in Ba Vai, Hanoi, is instructing a monk. He focuses on mindfulness of breathing. If you do not practice mindfulness of breathing correctly, how can you enter meditation? How can you have full concentration? Practicing according to the right Dharma, practitioners must not bring with them sadness about life, sadness about love, sadness about worldly debts. Because bringing these things to practice is to fly away, to escape worldly debt. Those who want to practice the right Dharma to master birth, aging, sickness, and death, and escape borrowing human bodies to return to the original state of our lives, must bring an extraordinary will, a fighting spirit, long-term resistance. Do not be discouraged, then you can defeat the enemy of greed. To defeat the enemy of greed, practitioners need to equip themselves with a lasting health, a fighting spirit, long-term resistance, and undaunted. To have the above weapons, we must first win lazy enemy, sleepy enemy, and the enemy was discouraged. For the enemies of laziness and sleepiness, we should go for long walks. Walking is very easy, but the difficult thing is to make it a regular habit, every day, every night. At first, walk for about 1 hour. Practice, gradually increasing the time, until you can walk forever without getting tired and want to walk forever. You can walk from night to morning or from morning to night. When reaching this state, one will realize powerful health, profound inner strength and extraordinary willpower, a refreshing and steadfast mind. Never give the lazy enemy a chance to turn around. When we go, we think of hitchhiking. Thanks to the success in defeating laziness and sleepiness, we have skillfully used the reins properly. Because, while walking meditation, we pay attention to our 2 feet and we intend. Go so that your feet are strong and your mind is steady to practice to the end. During this period of practice, the mind has become accustomed to listening and following my commands. And with this practice, it has destroyed the enemy of discouragement. Because we practice forever, we forget the passing of time. Overcoming time, forgetting time is the fundamental thing that helps us practice to attain the truth. Because, practicing according to the true Dharma, one must not worry, be impatient, or wait, but be calm like a slowly flowing stream. Attaining this state, one can easily enter meditation and attain the 3 knowledges comfortably. During the time we practice walking meditation long distances, we still have to practice right intention and the 6 basic methods, practice slowly and gradually to get the mind familiar, not in a hurry. Practice while playing. Having defeated the enemy of laziness, we now focus on cultivating right intention and the 6 fundamental dharmas. We must increase steadily and quickly. Once we realize that everything is mature, we are no longer afraid of hunger, sadness, anxiety, or expectation. There will be a chance to enter the holy stream of practice, specializing in the practice of the Dharma we have chosen. When we have chosen the Dharma and decided to enter the holy lineage to practice, we enter the Chan Nu monastery in Trang Bang, or Haiphong, Ba Vai, or other temples that have vowed to follow the true Dharma. Here, we have our own private rooms. Here, we practice diligently, gradually increasing the time and continuously, until we no longer eat or drink anything. Forgetting about eating and drinking and the passing of time, you enter life and death. Success. You have defeated me. During the period of entering the holy order, one can practice at home if there is someone who is willing, discreet, and silently takes perfect care of one. It is quite difficult to find such a person. Therefore, Master Thong Lak said, stage 3 of practicing at home is very difficult. It is best to go to a monastery, to be sure. Need to know. During the time of practice, never think of meditation. When we practice sequentially and perfectly, what will come will come. Because liberating insight helps us understand what we should do. If we think about meditation while practicing, we will get lost in thought, wasting our efforts. Absolutely do not bring along Buddhist knowledge. Memorized instructions to remind the mind are not Buddhist knowledge. They are commands that we remind the mind to memorize so that it becomes familiar with our commands, thanks to which, we will master the mind and skillfully control the mind as we wish. When we master our mind and control it as we wish, that is when we enter peaceful meditation. Many practitioners misunderstand that we have a lot of efforts to fight in the outside world, then bring it into fighting with ourselves to overcome greed. This is a wrong concept, because, when we fight in life, we carry increasing greed and are supported by consciousness. But practicing according to the right Dharma means gradually reducing greed and being blocked by consciousness, so, practice slowly and leisurely. Need to know. Practicing according to the right Dharma means training the mind to have the habit of good Dharma. Therefore, at first, you must patiently train the mind to get used to the 6 basic dharmas. When the mind is used to it, then you can increase the time without inhibiting the mind. How do we know that we practice to return to the origin? Practitioners need to understand clearly in advance, otherwise, when entering the holy path of practice, they will be disturbed by thoughts, making them confused and giving up. To understand clearly, Master Tan Tien tells a real-life story. Young women were sold into slavery or brothels. They were given good food, good sleep, enticed with sweet words or threats, making them accustomed to living in the magnetic field of evil, and they no longer know who they are. There are people who are destined to meet good people, they take pity on them and save them, then they know they have returned to themselves. Buddha taught them to practice to escape slavery. Similarly, we are addicted to greed, we no longer know who we are. Buddha stands outside, Buddha knows who we are, and he gives us the Dharma to self-cultivate to escape the stinking human body, and return to ourselves. Young women are trapped in the evil magnetic field. Some escape on their own. Some are saved by their soul mates. These soul mates are real people, people with a predestined relationship with us. And they volunteer to save us because of the predestined relationship between us. Taking advantage of this, evil religions tempt us to pray to gods and saints to help us escape suffering. Because we suffer too much, we blindly believe in them. There really is no God, fake Amitabha, fake Kwanam, fake Bodhisattva Quang Duk. A bunch of fantasies, all fantasies.